Something unexpected happened after that critical article about Pensacon. Julio Diaz actually showed up, not with a PR statement or with corporate damage control, just Julio, posting under his own name, answering questions for hours, acknowledging problems directly, and here's the part that caught people off guard, actually listening. I want to say that I appreciate that people are passionate about Pensacon, and that the overall tone here seems to be that everyone wants to see it succeed and improve. So do we. Then Diaz did something you almost never see from event organisers facing public criticism. He opened himself up to an impromptu AMA. Ask me anything. What became clear reading through his responses is that this isn't some detached executive collecting a paycheck. This is someone who genuinely cares about an event that has become increasingly difficult to manage. We are a bit less than 7 weeks out from Pensacon 2026 and are working hard on making the show all that it can be. This kind of input does help. 7 weeks, that's the window he's working with while simultaneously fielding criticism on Reddit, responding to individual complaints, and presumably doing the actual job of putting together a convention. The original article hammered Pensacon on several fronts: the cramped Bay Centre, the disastrous scheduling changes, the broken app, and the communication failures. Diaz didn't dodge any of it. On scheduling, arguably the most painful criticism, he was blunt. There's no getting around it. Scheduling was a mess at the 2025 show. We know where things went wrong, and we started working on ways to fix it before the show even ended last year, he said. He explained that they've already begun overhauling the process. Earlier timeline, fresh perspectives on the scheduling team, and better communication protocols when changes do happen. The suggestion about using the Bay Centre's video screens to display real-time updates? A good one, he said. We are looking into it. What he couldn't promise was perfection. These are human beings, actors with filming schedules, flights that get delayed, and illnesses that strike at the worst possible moment. Change does happen, Diaz acknowledged, but the goal is having a rock-solid schedule before it goes public, and communicating immediately when the inevitable curveballs arrive. The organisers have been very vocal about their desire for a larger convention space, year after year. Diaz confirmed this, while laying out a reality that most attendees probably don't fully appreciate. Pensacon has never been just the Bay Centre. From day one, it's been a multi-venue operation spread across downtown Pensacola. Since the loss of the Grand Hotel in 2020, they've expanded to facilities on Wright Street, hosting panels, the film festival, and gaming events. They've grown Poseidon's Bay outside the main venue with food trucks and live entertainment. But here's the fundamental constraint Diaz articulated clearly. There is simply no other larger-scale venue in Pensacola at which to centre the event. We could move away, but then it wouldn't be Pensacon. We don't want to do that. We live in Pensacola, we're proud of our community, and we want to continue to bring people here to discover it. The Reddit thread became a fascinating snapshot of where the event stands in the community's mind. One volunteer who works the event annually put it simply, I volunteer each year and enjoy it. I also cannot disagree with anything in the article. That tension, loving something while acknowledging its flaws, ran through most of the comments. One long-time attendee described how they went from purchasing weekend VIP passes to just a day pass, to eventually not looking at all. They called it crowded, hot, and expensive. There's something bittersweet about that. The convention has become so synonymous with the weekend that people show up in costume just to hit the bars, like the themed nights at O'Reilly's or the Fish House, venues that aren't even officially part of the show. The spirit of the event has outgrown the event itself. When someone suggested the guest list was slipping, Diaz pushed back with a list of 2026 guests spanning Star Wars, Star Trek, the DCU and the MCU, plus Stranger Things, Wednesday, and multiple anime favourites. He also teased that they're not done announcing surprises. But here's the economic reality. Bringing in A-list talent costs money. Regarding Mark Hamill, Diaz noted that $300 is actually low for his autograph, as celebrity pricing is set by agents, not the convention. When an attendee raised a point about the app, Diaz publicly acknowledged the visibility issue. We publicise it heavily on social media and in our programme, but we should also have it prominently mentioned on the website. When this year's update is ready, it will be. Reading through the entire thread, what struck me wasn't the complaints. It was watching someone try to hold together something they clearly love, while the infrastructure difficulties intensify. Diaz didn't get defensive. He explained constraints, acknowledged failures, and committed to specific improvements. This is not someone phoning it in. This thing matters. Pensacon has brought nearly $30 million to the local economy since 2014. It's put Pensacola on the map for an entire community of fans. But conventions don't survive on goodwill alone. They survive on execution. Julio Diaz seems to understand that. Whether the rest of the organisation can translate his responsiveness into actual systemic change remains to be seen. But for now at least, someone is listening. 7 weeks until Pensacon 2026. The clock is ticking, and a lot of people who love this event are watching to see if anything actually changes.